is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Nick in Tampa. Hey, Nick, what's going on?
Tom O'Brien, it is an absolute pleasure.
Thanks so much, man. We appreciate you calling.
No problem. Dude, I've been listening to your show for about 2 years now, and it has just been wonderful. I listen to you, Basil, Andy. You guys do an amazing job.
Well, thank you so much. We appreciate you growling and prowling out here with us.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This is by an unknown writer. Dare to believe. Totally. Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We have the Dow Industrials up 77, NASDAQ up 32, S&P's up 11.5. Gold contract up $8, trading at $1,195 an ounce. Silver up 5 pennies at $15.85. Platinum up $8 at $1,137 an ounce. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $2.69 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.54, trading out at $57.71 a barrel. Bonds, we have the 10-year up 10 ticks. 129.05, 30-year up 22 ticks at 162.05, and King Dollar down 693 ticks at 97.44. The euro is up 103 at 108, and the yen is trading down 43 at 119.48. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. Let's take a look at the SPY first. What do you have out here? Okay, SPY's trading at 211.69. When you go back and we take a look at your February highs out here, this is what you have. So we've already taken out the April 15th high. The April 15th high in the SPY was 211.04. Your high from March 18th was 208.42. And what are you going after? You're going after the actual high. The actual high on February 25th is 212.24. We've got to 211.78. You have volume of 64 million, so you're dying on the volume, but bottom line, this test up here at 212.24, it's going to get tested. We take a look at the NDX 100. We use the 3 Qs for the NDX 100. NDX 100 today are trading at 109.38. The high that it wants to go after is the 109.42. The thing that's pretty amazing, is this always gets really bizarre when it hits right to the tick. We've hit 109.42, right to the tick, too. It didn't go to 43, it went to 42. Last time we were up here, you had 22 million shares traded. We get 20 million shares traded, so that means it's going to do more than 22 million. Not that that's a lot of shares, it's not. Each and every time on the way down, you're doing 34 million shares, you're doing 47 million shares. Bottom line, it's going to get tested. And what we are going to have after the close out here, which is going to affect the NDX 100 in a large way, is you get Amazon and Google coming out with numbers. We'll go over to the IWM. The IWM, the small caps, if we use the Russell 2000, what you have, small caps up 73 cents. You're at 126.45. The high that it wants to test is 127.13. I expect that will get tested. Now, this is where there's a little divergence. So you have the SPYs, no volume whatsoever. Qs, no volume whatsoever. The small caps, however, this test on the small caps, it has volume at that high, the 127.13. And you're coming up to that high, and the volume's dying on the vine. So we'll see how that baby does shake out coming into the close today. We're going to take a look at the gold contract. What do we have with gold? Gold today has some juice underneath it. It went to a lower low, rejected lower price with lighter volume. That's exactly what the gold market needed. Why? Because what we had out here yesterday was this. Gold contract right now is trading up $8. We're at $11.94. We made it down to $11.83. The low of yesterday was 1185. Yesterday, what we did is that we did 152,000 contracts. We were going against the January 1st day of strength, which had 151,000 contracts. So what do we need? We needed a lower low. We needed a lighter volume. We needed a rejection of price. Got it all. Bottom line, gold now is going to start moving up to the 1224 area, and we'll see where they got enough juice to get up to the 1253 area. What you do have is this, and this is where there's divergence inside that market. The GLD, which trades at 10% of the price of gold, is a confirmed ABC structure in the way up. It's a complex ABC, and all the complex means is this, is that you took out the B point, you took it out with volume, you got back under the B point again, you rejected lower price, now you're going right after it again. The gold contract was 6,000 contracts light when it went after its B point. The GLD is set up for a 119.52 area. Bottom line, where is that? That's where we had the downdraft that was created on February 5th. So I do expect that we're going to be running up to that area. King Dollar. Let's go take a look at King Dollar out here now. King Dollar has been releasing the most amount of information. I expect we're going to continue to release the most amount of information. And what's going to be really wild here is this. King Dollar coming into Friday is coming down with some really nice juice. So King Dollar today tried to get up to the 90, well, it went to 98.64. It rejected that with lighter volume. That's one way of looking at it, okay? We had come down with 71,000 contracts. We've done 45 today. That's the first part. The second part, and this is really unusual when this happens, so you have both. You're going up to the highs, couldn't handle it. Now you're going into the swing low, which is 97.17. At 97.17, you got a little juice as we're coming into it. We're at 97.36. What I expect you're going to see is that King Dollar tomorrow is going to go after the 96.49 area, and that's an easy swing point to break, folks. So I suspect what you're going to see is that King Dollar is going to be down at the 95.85 area. Now, what does that do? Well, what that would do, that is going to put some firepower under the commodities, number one. It's going to put firepower under the metal structure. Oil market. Let's go take a look at oil, CLM5. What do we have with oil out here today? Oil is up, trading at 153. You have 381,000 contracts traded, and that is pushing also into its swing point with volume. So it looks to me like this oil market wants to probably run to about the 65 area. It's going to be really intriguing. Watch that thing go. More than likely, it could be still a dead cat bounce, but bottom line, you are pushing into the swing points with expanded volume. We go take a look at the good old bond market. Now, this is where it's going to get really interesting. So let's see what we have happening first. First, we're going to go into the 10-year. We look at the 10-year. 10-year yesterday, folks, came down with some juice. We got down to, okay, so the 10-year yesterday got down to 128.22. You did volume of 1.1 million. Guess what? Bond market saved itself again. Bonds are going higher, man. Oh, this is a trip. And yesterday was tricky, folks, because yesterday it came down with 1.1 million contracts in the 10-year. You're going into 1.4. It rejected it. Bottom line, it rejected it. This bond market is saying, number one, I'm going to go after the all-time highs, which is 130.20, and it looks like we really have an ABC structure on the way up. The 30-year, what do we have with the 30-year? Now, here's where the divergence is going to come, not with the 10 and the 30, but where it's coming in. If this bonds are going higher, man, this market's going lower, and you'll have a failure up at these highs. Coming into a Friday, I expect you're going to spike the highs anyway. 30, this is interesting, though. 30 is a little weaker. Okay, so 30-year, we've only done 226,000 contracts. Okay, so the divergence is there in these bonds. And what has happened is this, is that the 30-year had been leading the 10-year up. You know, so the 30-year is going to need a little more juice. The 30-year has to get back inside 162.29, and right now you're at 162.05. And where I'm going with that, basically it's not. There's a couple little swings below that, but that's when you really get inside that higher range out there. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Some of the high volume stocks in this low volume market go like this. You got Marvell up $1.16. Facebook is down $1.59. You get GM off $1.28. Apple's up $1.74. Texas Instruments getting smoked. That's down $4.23 with volume behind the move. Some of the Dow stocks we have out here. This is what you have happening in the Dow stocks. You have Honeywell up $1.24. Big Blue, we're going to have to go over that. Big Blue's up $6, $171. It broke topside. That was taking a long time. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
In quiet markets, investors search for new trading opportunities. We'd like to introduce you to a new product that provides opportunities even in flat markets. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a new and innovative Chicago-based exchange registered with the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their trading platform. Nadex never charges a fee to use their platform, which even includes real-time charts and full customization capability. Nadex's unique short-term binary options allow traders and investors to capitalize on strategies even when the underlying markets are quiet. Nadex's innovation has allowed them to come up with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com, or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors. You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on Chinese stocks, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC.
Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We at the Dow Industrials up 73, Nasdaq's up 33, S&Ps are up 12.5. And as we do each and every Thursday at 20 past the first hour, we have our man, Mr. Andy Heck. And don't forget, folks, every Tuesday, Thursday, right here at TFNN, Andy does an outstanding program, 5 to 6 Eastern Standard Time. And in fact, you can get all of your programming at TFNN right on your cell phone. TFNN.mobi. That will stream the audio. If you want to get Tiger TV with audio and video and all the charts, just go to TFNN.com. On the right-hand side, hit the little box where it says mobile devices. You can get the audio plus the video. And our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, has a great newsletter. It's called the Technomento Commodity Report. You can test drive that 30 days right here, right now, the way you do it. Go to TFNN. You go to newsletters across the top bar. Go to trading newsletters. You see the Technomento Commodity Report right there. Andy Heck, what's going on?
Hey, Tom, how are you?
I'm doing great, man. You having a good day?
I'm doing good. I wanted to tell you, this is the last day I'll be with you until May 7th.
Really?
I'm off to Florida, to the other coast.
Yeah.
For 10 days this Sunday with my sons and my brother and my nieces and nephews to celebrate my mother and father's 60th anniversary.
How cool is that? Wow.
That's very exciting. Yes.
That is awesome, man.
Should be great, but I'll miss the crowd at TFNN, and I'll miss the next 3 shows. But I will be back 2 weeks from today.
Well, you better bring your shots with you because it's wicked hot out there.
I actually can't wait until I can get into that ocean. It's the one thing we miss here in Las Vegas is that ocean.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was doing business over there Monday and Tuesday. Man, it was breaking records. It was 92 degrees there.
You know what? The hotter the better. I like it. Is it humid?
It's humid beyond belief, yeah.
Okay. All right. The only thing I don't like is the bugs, but it's all good.
But the water's no bugs.
The water's beautiful. I can't wait. I'm really looking forward. It should be really nice. And then listen, 60th anniversary, how many people really get there?
Right.
I never got there, but
yeah.
But you know what? Listen, it's going to be a really nice day. Hey, they're both in great shape, and they're doing terrific, and should be. And they can't wait. This is the first time in 13 years because my brother and my sister-in-law actually live in Sydney, Australia. So it's the first time in 13 years that they'll have all their grandchildren together.
That is awesome, man.
So that's really good. It's really, really good. My parents, someone's asking their ages. They're 84 and 82.
Wow.
So very exciting. I'm really excited.
Oh, you gotta be, man. That's a big feat, man. That's amazing.
Should be awesome. I'll also get to meet Steve Rhodes while I'm down there because he lives in the same town as my parents.
How good is that? Totally.
So that'll be fun. Yeah, I'll have to meet him on the beach.
It's a beautiful thing. Totally. Man.
Exactly. Anyway, so these markets are shaping up to me. They're doing exactly what kind of I've been expecting all year. They're trading markets. They're not investing markets. They're back and forth. You got gold going down to 1183. It's going up to 1210. It's in the middle of the range now. It could go up to 1225. I just think you buy dips in these markets. You sell rallies. You don't get married to anything. It's just what it feels like across the board to me. I don't see any big trends developing here. Now,
we've had some trends that have gone on for so long, so that is kind of interesting.
Yes, absolutely. We have bond trend that's going on for 30 years.
Yeah, seriously.
We have a dollar trend that's going on since May of last year, and that's kind of a long one. We had an oil trend that went from June through January that seems to be kind of I don't know if it's reversing here. I don't expect oil prices to explode, but I do expect them to I think we've seen the bottom. I do think we've seen the bottom in oil. I think the interesting thing that we should focus on now in terms of commodities is we should focus on the markets where exogenous events can really affect price. And, we're talk about the grains a little bit.
Okay.
Grain prices have come down dramatically over the last couple of years. We had soybeans up at $18 a bushel. We had corn at $8.50 a bushel. Corn is now, $3.80. We
Yeah.
had wheat way up there. It's down to $5 a bushel. These are all weather markets. So we're planting now. We will be growing throughout the summer. Who knows what the weather is going to be this summer? However, the thing is now, Tom, that the risk, because the prices have come down so much, the surprise will cause an upside reaction. So the risk reward favors the upside in terms of weather. You know, you get a perfect planting season. It's kind of like everyone expects it here. You get a drought. You get a really hot season. The crop is not so good. You're going to see some upside juice in these markets. So I've been looking at, various things like the DBA, which is the Deutsche Bank, the ProShares Agricultural Index, which has been hit very, very hard over the last couple of years for some opportunities, maybe some call option opportunities, some things like that, because you can never legislate for a surprise or an exogenous event in these markets. But what you can do is you can look at where the risk reward is going to take the market if they hit. And the risk really now becomes on the upside for things like grains, for something like sugar, which has been sold down from 36 cents in 2011 to 13 cents a pound. So those are the kinds of trades that I'm kind of focused on here, things that are very, very oversold.
And I guess, the corn deal is a problem, right, because of the chicken deal too, right?
Yeah, the chicken deal is problem. And by the way, I think that actually will have more effect on another depressed commodity, the other white meat, pork, because, pork has been under siege, man. Look at this chart. I'll put a chart up there of those hogs.
Yeah.
Man, that thing has come down like a stone. And you know what? If chicken goes up in price, pork is a logical substitute because it's a white meat. It's not a red meat. So, it's a lower fat meat. So I think that this could be very supportive of pork.
Yeah, except I understand what you're saying there, but I'm thinking that chicken's going to go down in price, even though they have to wipe out some of them, because I think even though they're saying that it's not the bird flu's not going into the human species, it's almost like, man, I don't you really want to eat some chicken?
Right, but let me clarify what I said. Whether it goes up or down in price, chicken.
Yeah.
Okay. People are going to continue to eat protein. They're going to look for a substitute.
Right. Right.
And the substitute is likely to be pork.
Right.
And
No,
the
I
pork
agree.
price is so depressed that, look, I don't look at chicken prices because you can't trade it. There's
I understand that.
So
no doubt.
I'm just thinking in terms of substitution, where a consumer is going to turn. And I'd say that they're more likely to turn to pork than they are to beef.
Oh, yeah. Pork's so inexpensive, man. Pork is definitely inexpensive.
Pork is inexpensive, and you know what? It's lower fat than beef, certainly, and it's kind of a, more of a chicken. I see it more as a chicken substitute. But hey, this bird flu thing is a dangerous thing. Certainly a dangerous thing. Look at what it did. It wreaked havoc in Asia. I mean, we're better at these health concerns than they are in China. That's for sure. But it's a scary, scary thing.
Yeah, there's no doubt.
I certainly will be avoiding chicken, won't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's logical.
Yeah, it is logical, man.
It's just logical. If there's a risk, you're running. There's plenty of other things to choose to eat, right?
Can you stay with us a second?
Absolutely.
Awesome. You stay right there, folks. Andy Heck, Tom O'Brien, we appreciate you growling and prowling with us out here. Dow Industrials right now up 76. You get the Nasdaq up 32. S&Ps are up 12. Gold's up 740. Silver's up 5. We're going to be right back, folks.
You know what's cool? Taking something that's good for you. Something specifically formulated to help with weight loss, better sleep, stress reduction, and the need to detox.
Nico, our hunter and gatherer ancestors found all their nutritional requirements for health in their wild environment. But today, our food sources no longer contain the vitamins, minerals, and nutrients our bodies need to stay healthy and strong.
That's why we need Primal Edge Daily Nutrition. It includes a special blend of ionic, oil-based vitamins, minerals, fatty, and amino acids in an easy-to-use liquid form.
Primal Edge is powered by highly concentrated folic and humic acids, nature's preferred delivery system. They have been called miracle molecules because, like sunlight, air, and water, life cannot exist without them.
That's right, Paige. They ensure we receive all the nutrition we need to be healthy and thrive. We take it every morning.
Primal Edge, formulated and approved by Nico and Paige of Living a Primal Lifestyle. Buy it today for just $89. Click on the Primal Edge banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
David White's newsletter, The Technology Insider, is focused like a laser on finding the next big things in technology. If you had invested only $10,000 in Microsoft in 1986, you'd have been a millionaire by 2000. Disruptive technology like Microsoft's is the key to these massive long-term profits, and the Tech Insider is the vehicle from TFNN to capitalize on these opportunities. This is the go-to newsletter that identifies, monitors, and profits on mostly little-known cutting-edge companies with great long-term prospects. David's experience is as an inventor of Emmy-winning animation products for TV and Hollywood that propelled a company public. Match that with 14 years as a full-time trader, and he's uniquely qualified to guide you through the light-speed world of ever-evolving high-tech. If you're ready to ride the next big technology bull market for less than $40 per month, log on to TFNN.com and get your 2-week free trial to the Technology Insider. Get in on the ground floor of the next big thing today.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
If you're like me, you see the world's emerging nations as a very real opportunity, as these countries and their economies are developing right before our eyes. And you can rest assured that Everbank has spotted this opportunity too. In fact, they just recently unveiled the new 5-year market-safe Future Economy CD. This is a CD that could really deliver, but you only have until May 7th to take advantage. Consider the facts. If the future economy's currencies beat the US dollar over the CD term, you'll get all the upside. And should they lose, no worries. There's zero downside risk here, as you still get back 100% of your deposited principal. Intrigued yet? The May 7th funding deadline is quickly approaching, so hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN-CD for more information, including important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN-CD. Everbank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by Think or Swim. For more information, just click the Think or Swim banner on the front page of TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 62, Nasdaq's up 28, S&Ps are up 10.5, and after the close, there's going to be lots of numbers coming out here, in particular for the Nasdaq, folks. Google, Amazon, I think, I think Microsoft's coming out too. 23rd. It's 23rd, right?
It is all day.
Yeah, 23rd. Microsoft's coming out too. So that's going to be some big numbers inside the Index 100. We're talking with our man, Mr. Andy Hecht, and we are talking commodities. You know what's interesting is that cocoa's staying right, it's 2,800. That's staying right up to that 3,000 level, isn't it?
Absolutely. That's a long-term demand-based situation, and those rallies are generally very slow. They back and fill, so not surprising. I think it's got good support under the market from Asia, so. I think you buy dips in the cocoa market. And on rallies, gets up to around 3,000. You take profits. You look for the next dip. Trading markets.
What do you think about sugar?
Sugar's a tough call, but it's getting more volatile. The last day of Q1, we made lows in sugar down at 11.91, and it popped the first couple of days, and now it's becoming very volatile. That's usually a sign of a bottom developing.
Okay.
However, there's a glut. There's a big glut of sugar. This year, with the lower Brazilian real, they're selling more sugar, and also lower oil prices because they don't have to make as much ethanol in Brazil. So that's one reason that there's a lot of sugar selling around. The other thing is India, third biggest harvest in 3 years. Thailand's harvest up 6.1% in terms of sugar cane. So, sugar has been a sale on every rally for 3 years now. So it's very hard to get too excited about it.
That's intense.
But, I think you start buying dips and you take advantage and take some profits on days like today. I think that's what's going on. I'm just writing down some numbers for the show, and I'm noticing something very interesting here, Tom. I've been using the Brent versus WTI spread in crude oil as a gauge of what's going on and the perception about the deal between the U.S. and Iran. Because, look, if Iran, they lift sanctions on Iran, Iran's going to sell a lot more crude oil.
Sure.
Crude oil from that side of the world is based on the Brent crude oil
delivery in
benchmark.
Europe. Yeah,
right. So when Brent premium goes up relative to WTI, I think things aren't going so well in terms of this Iranian-U.S. thing. And when they narrow, I think the market's thinking it's going well. So what I've noticed today is we're up to $7.17 premium for Brent. So the perception must be that things are not so rosy between the U.S. and its allies in Iran in terms of this deal right now. And I mean, the facts bear that out. We have a U.S. warship in the Persian Gulf now.
Sure.
There's a lot of rhetoric flying back and forth from the Iranian theocracy, as well as from the current administration here, who have warned them this week. So we're seeing a lot of that. And I think that a lot of the juice in oil lately is a little bit of geopolitical worry. As I told you a couple of weeks ago, I thought that oil is going to become less fundamental and less technical and more geopolitical. And I think we've been seeing that recently with some, worries about maybe this Yemen conflict spilling over into Saudi Arabia, or things breaking down between the U.S. and Iran, or other issues in the Middle East. And I think that one of the ways to gauge this is to watch the Brent WTI spread. It'll tell you what the crowd is telling you.
No, it makes sense. It makes sense. You know what? I think we talked about this last time too. But what I think's on this agenda on a longer-term basis is this, this solar deal. Solar deal. It's gas right now that's hitting into, the oil market. But it looks that, Tesla's supposed to be a car company, but it looks like they're gearing up to be a battery company.
Yes, they are. They are very much gearing up to be a better. I looked at that stock this morning. That stock scares me.
Oh, I'm not saying to buy Tesla at all.
I wanted to talk about it a little bit. But I think you're right about the solar.
Yeah, but what does happen is that the amount of money that he's actually spent, I don't think he'd be able to spend that if he was telling folks it was just going to be a battery company. You know what I mean?
I agree. I just look at a stock like that. What is it? $220 a share?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it has no earnings. That scares me.
Yeah, no, I'm with you there. But what is happening is that where he's breaking into, and this is pretty intense, he broke into, and this is right under the radar, he broke into 100 large industrial places, including Walmarts and Costco's, supplying batteries for solar power.
Right.
That hits bang. That hits those electric companies like big time, man.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, solar and wind too. Wind is always interesting. All these alternative energies are the way of the future. It's just the technology has to be there, and it has to be cost effective. And certainly, listen, Musk is opening a big factory here in Nevada to make to make batteries.
Yeah.
And if you really believe in this, you got to start looking at rare earth metals. Rare earth metals, because they are big in terms of. Let's take a look at where REMX is together, if I can get there. That's the rare earth metals ETF.
Okay. And so, what do they need that in solar or something? What is it?
In a lot of batteries? This
Okay.
is these are heavily magnetic metals. I mean, there's a list of 17 of them, and a lot of them are used in batteries. Have gone away from lead and things like that.
Sure.
Rare earth metals are certainly they have amazing properties. Some are radioactive and toxic, but so is lead. Is not radioactive, but it's very toxic. But they have these some of the strongest magnetic properties in the world, which is necessary for certain kinds of batteries.
That's pretty cool, man. Okay.
So yeah, rare earth metals, interesting. And what's interesting about rare earth metals? China controls 97% of the world's production, either within its borders or through strategic investments. They're no dummies.
Yeah, well, what's interesting about that? Do you remember, though, that was the whole frenzy, and that whole thing collapsed, too? So it's like, it didn't look like the Earth, it looked like at one second the Earth needed all the rare earth minerals, and then, like this ETF, it went from $115 down to 23, right? Then all of a sudden no one needed them, right?
Exactly. But you know what? These things are cyclical, and it could reassert itself at some time in the future. We could see something. Hey, let's talk a bit. Petrobras is in the news big, right?
Yeah.
And that stock's recovered nicely because I think they're kind of taking stock of who and where they are in the corruption. They're writing off $2 billion, and they're still. But Valley, Danny in Atlanta asked us to take a quick look at Valley here, and Valley is what, about $7.10. I'm still dubious about Valley because I'm worried about this iron ore thing. There's such a glut on the market, and there's such a price war going on, and I don't see the Chinese economy is a little scary here to me. So I personally, on a fundamental basis, I think it's an avoid. What do you think on a technical basis?
I own it. We own it in the gold report. We bought it.
Okay.
And it's, it did everything that I thought it should do. I mean, it got croaked, and I only bought it yesterday. And normally I don't chase anything, but the week prior in the gold report, I says, okay, this is set up. One sign of strength, and we're buying it. What it had already done, it already went into the 08 low, did it with, tremendously lighter volume. We did 670 million versus 1.5 billion. Then had a sign of strength.
Nice volume today. 53 million, up 64 cents. It was a good buy.
It looks like, to me, it's bottomed. You know what I mean?
Where do you think it could go? What would your target be?
The first target that we have is at 972 to 1195.
That's a nice return. Yeah, that's a nice.
The thing that's cool about this one is that you're talking about it was a $6.50 stock when we bought it, and it takes in $92 billion with the B. And even if it's a dead cat bounce and it gets to $11, that's a double. You know what I mean?
Oh, they're huge. And by the way, this stock doesn't have commodity prices don't have to go up for this stock to go up.
Okay,
the only thing that has to happen is there has to be more buyers than sellers in the stock.
And watch what's also happened. This is where this gets really intriguing. Is that the CEO of Petrobras now, right? Mm-hmm. Was the CEO of Valley, So they brought him in, and when they first did that, I was really worried that, oh man, hold it, because it seemed that the corruption was so big that I figured that there's corruption everywhere. Do you know what I'm saying? But then when it hit the low and rejected it, it's like, okay, man, his game. Iron ore is not going away, man.
No, it's not going away. But I'm dubious. I think there's a big glut. But like I said, this stock can go up even if iron ore prices just level out here. And when you talk about Petrobras, the former chief of Petrobras is now the president of the country. So
listen,
it's all
man,
very incestuous there.
Everything is so corrupt. It's such a bummer, man. We're so lucky. We still get a lot of corruption here, but nothing like this.
It's nothing new. This
Yeah,
has
it's
been
nothing
going
new.
on, and it goes on all around the world.
There's no
We're
doubt.
cleaner than other places. No
Yeah,
question.
totally, man. Hey, listen, man, thank you so much. We look forward to the show in an hour and 15 minutes.
See you in a couple of weeks.
Thanks, Andy. Okay, man, have a great one. Have a safe one. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back. Dow's up 56, Nasdaq's up 27, S&P's are up 9.5. We're going to be right back.
Basil Chapman has just announced 2 live workshops that he'll be hosting April 27th and May 5th that only subscribers to his opening call will gain access to. On April 27th, Basil will host a 45-minute live online workshop, The Essentials of the Chapman Wave, where he'll teach the basics of the Chapman Wave notation that Basil created and uses daily in his trading and newsletter recommendations. On May 5th, Basil will host a second 45-minute workshop where this time he'll revisit the 1929 market comparison webinar and provide his attendees with an updated take on the socio-economic trends Basil has spotted currently taking place. If you're an opening call subscriber already, then your seat is already reserved. If not, then sign up for a 30-day free trial to the opening call today. You get a month of Basil's daily newsletter, The Opening Call, along with 2 live workshops coming up. Don't miss out on this offer. Sign up for Basil Chapman's Opening Call newsletter today on the front page of TFNN.com.
Do you know the 7 most critical factors that influence every decision you make, and how not knowing these will jeopardize the health, the wealth, and the relationships you deserve? I'm Steve Rhodes, morning host at TFNN.com, and for the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets of human growth, the same formulas used by leaders of nations, billionaires and millionaires, and the most successful athletes on the planet. Would you like to break through any obstacle that gets in between you and the success you deserve? Would you like to turn fear into strength? If you could find a way to achieve, be fulfilled, and live a life of meaning, wouldn't you want to know the answer? I'll teach you the factors that control your state of mind and the drivers that impact every thought, emotion, behavior, and action we take in my new webinar, The Psychology of Trading. Join me for this 2-part online event where I'll unveil the secrets to human pattern recognition, because they're not what you think. And soon, you'll have the health, the wealth, and the relationships you deserve. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on The Psychology of Trading to begin your journey now.
TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
No matter where you listen to TFNN programming, we want you to know you can always access your favorite shows on demand through TFNN.com. TFNN airs live programming every market day from 8 a.m. till 6 p.m. Eastern, and you can view each program by accessing Tiger TV through our homepage. We even have an easy link for all mobile devices, including iPhones and iPads, located at the top right-hand corner of the TFNN homepage. You can use your smartphone to view Tiger TV. But if you don't have a mobile connection that can keep up with streaming live video, then you can simply visit tfnn.mobi in the browser of your smartphone for live streaming audio of all of our programs. The mission of TFNN is to educate our audience directly and interactively through our interactive website and radio call and talk shows. TFNN is able to teach all levels of investors the technical skills needed to trade in today's marketplace. In order to get the best information possible, TFNN has assembled the most respected financial minds in the country to provide the most current news and comprehensive advice available. TFNN.com. Educating investors. This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. Dow's up 40, Nasdaq's up 23, S&Ps are up 8. As we come into this close, there's going to be a lot of not so many companies coming out, but there's going to be a lot of important numbers. The cash S&P right now is at 2117, and we'll see whether it can hold the 2114 level. We hit the 2120 level, which did generate a new high. Bottom line is that I suspect that we're not going to be up at those levels, but I expect what you're actually going to see is that you're probably going to close under the 2114, which is bottom line. That's going to be a failure. Volume-wise out here, this is what you have. Volume, we're going to do about 700 million on the NYSE. On the Nasdaq, we'll push about 2 billion. And the composite itself, folks, did get over the closing high of 15 years ago inside the NDX one, or inside the Nasdaq composite. The composite itself, the closing high, let's see. So we've hit 5073. The actual high was 5132. The close out there, I don't have the exact number what the close was. I have it for the month. Because it's amazing, because when we actually hit the high in March of, it was March 10th. March 10th, 2000. Man, oh man, it's 2015. When we had done that, we hit 5,100. We closed the month out at 4,300. And then the following month, now this is pretty sick, the following month, we were down to 3,200. So you can imagine going down 2,000 points. That's what we did. It went down 2,000 points in 1 month. That's when you know what? That's when you know that get stops in, folks, okay? Because that's like a 40% drop in 6 weeks. Yeah, and that's how those equities moved. Let's go over and we'll take a look at the E-minis right now. So you get an institution throwing some juice into these E-minis, no doubt. What you have here is that if we take a look at the 10-minute, what you're going to see is that the 10-minute right now, we're at 2018 ESM5. And when we spiked higher, so when we spiked the high out here today, you had juice behind it. The spike that was at noontime today was good juice. It was 86,000 contracts. That got you up into the 109 area. Bottom line is, well, we'll see whether it can hold it. It doesn't look to me like it's actually going to hold it, because now there's lighter volume, but you don't hold that area, and if you get back inside the 105 area, that's a real failure. And we'll see where this shakes out after the close out here today, because if we do go, well, let's go look at Google first, because Google comes out literally as soon as the clock ticks. Google is out in a heartbeat. So if we take a look at Google, Google's up 885 right now, trading at 558. We don't have any juice here. 508. Let me put this on a monthly for a second, see what we got. Okay, so if we take a look at Google, yeah, this is going to be interesting. Okay, so if we take a look at Google, bottom line is that, Google looks to me like she's up 8, but guess what? Looks like she's not going to get any traction. Google, I suspect, will gap down on these numbers, and this is why I'm saying this, is that it has real good support at 521. But even this month, she's not pushing highs on volume. She's pushing into the downdraft from the 31st of October. the month of October. Month of October, we came down 55 million. Last time we went up on a monthly basis, we went up last month with 43. So Google's saying that, bottom line, the numbers could be great, but it doesn't look like it wants to trade higher. Amazon, the way Amazon's trading out, Amazon can hit 359 in a heartbeat, and they're 389. So we'll see where that shakes out. And, you know, Amazon, last time it came out with numbers, it gapped higher, had real good juice behind the move, all of the above. On a monthly basis, it actually has pretty good juice actually on a monthly basis too. Well, here, watch, I'll put Amazon up because Amazon's tricky. And the reason Amazon's tricky is that it had already come off the high. Let me put this on a monthly for a second. What had happened with Amazon is this. Amazon had come off its high 2013, yeah. And it come off its high with big juice. We come off 408. 408 thundered down with 37 million shares. And right now you're doing 17 million going into it. You know, so when you look at Amazon as to where we've been the last, oh, I get that on a weekly. Okay, hold on 1 second. It's a little clearer on a weekly. Just move this back a little. There she goes. So on a weekly, this is what you have. On a weekly, we came down in January with 37 million shares. We're going topside this week with 17. That's not enough. It's enough as to where we've been the last few weeks, but not as to what it's going into. So bottom line, you know, we'll see where this shakes out, but that's saying that Amazon is also going to have a tough time. So this is, you know, as we come into this market close, those two equities will absolutely move the NDX 100. And the NDX 100, of course, has been dragging everything up. Microsoft is coming out with numbers. Microsoft, bottom line, that has no juice in it either. Microsoft is trading at $43.29, up 30 cents. Okay, this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, you know, because you do have equities that can move this market around. The equities today that are moving it around, on the way up, you had Restaurant Brands is up 4%. You get an Eagle up 3%. Potash is up 3%. You get Valiant Pharmaceutical up 0.5%. Bringing it south, you get Wabco Holdings is down. You got HNI is down 10%. Chipotle's down again. Not shot money though, but it's down. Dow Industrials itself is having a hard time holding higher price as we come into the close, and that is with good old Big Blue. Big Blue by itself has got into higher price today. You have 3M taken away from it. That's down $4.79. Procter & Gamble's off $1.42. You got Intel off 36 cents. Putting juice into the Dow is at your Big Blue, up $4.95. You get Travelers. That Travelers is a dead cat bounce. It's up $1.55. Pfizer's up 42. Inside the NDX 100, what do we have? Let's see what we got here. So inside the NDX 100, putting juice into it, O'Reilly Automotive. That's up $11. Texas Instruments is down 4. You get Citrix up $2.59. NXPI is down 4. eBay is up 2. Avco is down $3.70. DirecTV is up 3, and you get Facebook down 2. Stay tuned, folks. Big numbers coming out fast and furious. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. Dow right now is up 29. Nasdaq's up 22. S&P's up 7.5. We're going to be right back.
The following is a presentation of TFNN. The Tom O'Brien Show is produced every business day. Tom takes your phone calls toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Let's go to Marty in Worcester, Mass. Hey, Marty, what's going on?
Hi, Mr. O'Brien. Got a quick little thing here.
Yeah?
It's called patience and perseverance.
Okay.
Patience. I heard a goddess yelling the magic silent word, and methinks I must be smelling pokey money round the world. Perseverance. perseverance. When markets roil like stormy seas, good traders seek safe port. In financial times like these, you need Tom O'Brien's Gold Report.
You are too much body, man. That is so cool. Well, listen, man, I really appreciate that.
Now, Tom O'Brien.
Welcome, folks. This is Tom O'Brien of TFNN. We go 5 days a week. We go 10 hours a day. We go 24 hours a day on the internet at TFNN.com. Always remember, folks, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. Hope everyone's having a great day, safe day. Let's make it a great night, folks. This quote is by Alberta Ferretti. I start with the idea that nothing is impossible and everything can be done in the end. Got a lot of numbers for you out here, folks. You get some heavy divergence out here in a huge way. What do we have? Market-wise, let's take a look at it out here. We had the Dow finish up 20, NASDAQ up 20, S&P's up 7.5, gold contract up $6.80, trading at $1,193 an ounce. Silver up 6 cents at $15.84 an ounce. Platinum up 7, trading out at $1,136 an ounce. Copper up 3.5 pennies at $2.69 a pound. Light sweet crude up $1.36, trading out at $57.52 a barrel. Bonds, we had the 10-year up 7 ticks, 129.02. 30-year up 11 ticks, trading out at 161.26. And King Dollar down 668 ticks at 97.47. The euro is up 100 at 108, and the yen is down 37 at 119.54. Our phone number is 877-927-6648. Give us a call, folks. Want to know what's going on in your world. In the world of the S&Ps, let's take a look at them. This is going to be a trip watching this whole thing shake out, folks. The reason being is that what we have is this, is that you have the market sell off slightly into the close. You're coming out with a slew of numbers. Bottom line, Amazon, Google, Microsoft, Starbucks, as they come out with the numbers, they all traded higher. What didn't trade higher, though, and this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, was the NDX 100. The NDX 100, folks, should have got over its highs, and the NDX 100, okay, couldn't handle it, okay? That is a huge number. The NDX 100, folks, 4489 was the number, and this is where you just put these babies together, and, you know, we'll see where this shakes out, but when they came out, and I'm talking about Google and Amazon, they were up big. Bottom line, we'll start with the S&Ps. So what did the SPY did? What did the SPY do? SPY gets to a price point today of 211.94. 211.94, almost got into the high of February 25th. We closed at 211.16. Bottom line, 211.16 is a failure at highs. So this is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out. Specifically, the high volume spike is 211.27. So we get into that with 95 million versus 228 million that failed. Now, let's go to the NDX 100 because that's where the action is after this close out here. NDX 100. What do we do with the NDX 100? Got to a price point today of 109.55. The high is 109.42. You closed at 109.06. Volume was 27 million. Not bad volume, but not enough volume. Bottom line, we'll see where this shakes and bakes after the close. So this is going to get really intriguing watching this whole thing shake out. Right now, you're at 109.38, so that is still popping slightly higher. Now, let's just get right over to Google first. Google come out with numbers. Google had closed this year's. Okay, so Google, we take a look at Google. What you have with Google is this. Google had closed today at $557. It's trading at $566. It's up about $10. I believe it was up a lot more than that. Numbers on Google go like this. The estimate was $663. They took in $657, so they took in less money. They missed the estimate. They missed paid clicks. But that, what is that saying? That says there's going to be more pressure on Google. These things are going to be up, down, all over the place. Amazon. We go take a look at Amazon quickly. Amazon, AMZN. Oh, man, Amazon must have been wild beyond belief because When we were first getting on, Amazon was absolutely up about $20, folks. I think it was up with $30 or $40. Amazon closed at $3.89. It's trading at $3.79. Starbucks, SBUX. We take a look at Starbucks. What did Starbucks do? Starbucks closed at $49. That's trading at $51. Microsoft, MSFT, and you know, if you're trading any of these folks, especially inside the NDX 100, what you absolutely want to make sure you do, MSFT, is keep your eye on those NASDAQ futures, because the NASDAQ futures itself was telegraphing that inside the markets themselves, the NASDAQ futures couldn't move higher. Microsoft closed at $43.34. That is trading up $1. Numbers on Microsoft go like this. The estimate was 20 cents. They made 23. Their unearned revenue missed. I'm not sure what that means, but bottom line, and we're going to have a lot more come out after this. This is going to be wild watching this whole thing shake out, and no two ways about that. We go take a look at Pandora. Pandora just come out with numbers. Pandora closed at $17.71. That's trading at $17.02. Gold contract. We go over to the gold contract, see what's happening with gold. What gold did out here today is this. Gold went to a lower low, rejected lower price, had lighter volume, and finished topside. What you're going to see with gold, gold is trading out here right now at a 1193.60. We take a look at that 1193.60. We put that on a daily basis, and what you're going to see is that bottom line, it looks like gold wants to basically run up to the top of this consolidation that's been in. That's 1224. CLAC, KLAC, we take a look at KLA 10 core. KLA 10 core closed at $59.85. That's trading right around the same level. And what we have with CLAC is this. Let's see. Well, actually, CLAC didn't. Yeah, she hasn't come out with numbers. I don't see any numbers on CLAC. That had to do with the aspect of TLT. Let's go to the TLT. That had to do with the aspect of how Texas Instruments was trading. So TLT, folks, is the 20-year bond plus fund. What do we want to look at that for? Well, what we had is this. Yesterday, you had bonds go south, and they went south with volume, okay? That bottom line is that they went south, and they went south with some decent volume. Today, inside the TLT, you are basically testing that, and, you know, the 20-year has to get back inside the 129.13 area. Right now, we're at 128.27. So it's going to have to get back inside that area in order to get juice, to get to higher price. This bond market's going to be really intriguing, watching just how this whole thing is going to shake out. And, of course, with the amount of numbers that are coming out here inside the NASDAQ, and particularly the futures. So if we go over to the futures, let me show you something on the futures, because the futures would basically dictating, this is the NASDAQ futures I'm talking about now. And if you take a look at the NASDAQ futures, what we have is this. The high of the day, this is before the numbers come out too, by the way, was 4489. Bottom line is that when the market, you know, these stayed open to 415. Bottom line is that it couldn't get to a higher high. So this is going to be interesting to see when we do open back up. I believe it's over 15 right now. It's over 15. As to where this whole baby is going to go. Home away, AWAY. Let's go take a look at AWAY. Home away right now. Let's see where we put this on a 10-minute. Okay, AWA. Home away closed at $32.17. That is trading at $27.30. That's getting hit hard. We go take a look at. We'll put this on a weekly basis. We pop this up on a weekly basis, and what you'll see is that this equity is down from $50. You're trading at $27 right now. 27 is going to go after this low. Let me look at this again. Yeah, this is really interesting. We take a look at the numbers. This is what we have with the numbers. Chief Revenue Officer. The revenue was $124 million, or they expect $122 to $124 million. The cash flow, free cash flow is 45 million. Where's your estimate? Okay, so the estimate was 12 cents. They made 11. You know, it's intriguing about HomeAway, folks. We do a huge amount of business with HomeAway. If you're trying to do short-term rentals, HomeAway is where it's at. You spend some money there, but bottom line, that's where it's at. This is Tom O'Brien. This is TFNN. You stay right there, folks. We'll come right back. Dow Industrials finished up 20. NASDAQ up 20. S&P's up 6.5. We're going to be right back.
If you're like me, you see the world's emerging nations as a very real opportunity, as these countries and their economies are developing right before our eyes. And you can rest assured that Everbank has spotted this opportunity too. In fact, they just recently unveiled the new 5-year market-safe Future Economy CD. This is a CD that could really deliver, but you only have until May 7th to take advantage. Consider the facts. If the future economy's currencies beat the US dollar over the CD term, you'll get all the upside. And should they lose, no worries. There's zero downside risk here, as you still get back 100% of your deposited principal. Intrigued yet? The May 7th funding deadline is quickly approaching. So hurry over to everbank.com/TFNN-CD for more information, including important product details and disclosures. Once again, that's everbank.com/TFNN-CD. Everbank is an equal housing lender and member FDIC.
If you're an active trader looking for that extra edge when it comes to trading and investments, then now is a great time to get a 2-week free trial to Tom O'Brien's daily market letter, Market Insights. Tom O'Brien's daily newsletter, Market Insights, comes out every market day at around 9:30 a.m. and provides Tom's daily commentary on the broad market, including the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P, plus specific trade recommendations. There's even an update published most afternoons to keep you informed about the day's market activity. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock in option trade. With Market Insights, there's nothing left to guessing. For all the details and to get your 2-week free trial to Market Insights started today, visit TFNN.com.
Tiger TV is an exciting way to experience TFNN programming. See high-definition video, giving you crystal clear charts, as well as seeing some of the faces of TFNN's highly acclaimed financial experts with crisp, full-fidelity sound. Catch Tom O'Brien, John Logan, Steve Rhodes, Basil Chapman, Larry Pesavento, Think or Swim, David White, Andy Hecht, and Daryl Martin in crystal clear, high-definition audio and video. Tiger TV, exclusively at TFNN.com. Trade with confidence and clarity while using the software that thousands of institutional traders rely on to make the best and most accurate decisions. Choose from 1,000 equities, currencies, and futures instruments utilizing the TAS architecture. As seen on Bloomberg terminals worldwide, the TAS Profile Scanner is a benchmark technical filtering system that thousands of traders rely on, and now you can too. For a limited time for TFNN subscribers only, we've reduced the price to just $97. That's over 75% off. John Logan hosted a special subscriber-only webinar in December, and you'll gain access to that archive as well, so you can learn exactly what the TAS Profile Scanner can do for you. Try this product out. No matter what you trade, the TAS Profile Scanner can help you make more informed trading decisions. There's no obligation to pay anything. Don't let this offer pass you by. Get your 30-day free trial to the TAS Profile Scanner today by signing up at TFNN.com. Many of our new listeners have heard about the Tiger's Den, but wondered, what exactly is it? The Tiger's Den is a lively community where professional traders and investors can meet, exchange ideas and information in a comfortable, moderated atmosphere. Hear all of your favorite TFNN shows, plus see all the charts as they happen live during those shows, and have access to all those charts. You can test drive the Tiger's Den absolutely free for 30 days. It will greatly enrich your knowledge of these markets. Details on the Tiger's Den are on the front page of TFNN.com. Tom takes your phone calls now. Toll free at 1-877-927-6648. Internationally at 727-445-1044.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow finish up 20, NASDAQ up 20, S&P's up 6.5. And as we do each and every Thursday, folks, at 20 past the second hour, we have our man, Mr. Basil Chapman. Don't forget, folks, Basil does an outstanding show every trading day right here, 11 to 12 Eastern Standard Time. Get all that programming right on your cell phone, TFNN.mobi. Now, Basil's going to be doing 2 free webinars. Those webinars are going to be for subscribers, but guess what? You can test drive his newsletter right now. The way you do it, come over to TFNN, go into newsletters, go into trading newsletters. You can test drive it a month, and that will get you into these subscriber-based webinars. Basil Chapman, what's going on?
How are you?
I'm doing great. You having a good day?
Very good, thank you.
So tell us about these webinars.
So the webinar, there are 2 webinars, 45-minute webinars on Tuesday, this coming Tuesday, and that'll be April the 28th, and it's called The Essentials of the Chapman Wave, and that really goes to the core of what we look at, both in my opening call with what we do with the charts, as well as what I do during my show, during the Tiger Technicians Hour, how we look for the lowest trough. Basically, let me just show you something right here. We look for the lowest, most obvious low bar, and then merely count each successively higher peak until you get to the 4th peak.
Okay.
We label them uppercase A, B, C, D. D is where things can happen. You can get your sharpest decline, or you could even recycle to the upside. Let me show you something very interesting. Dave White, just a moment ago in the den, said, anybody got a price on UBNT? I've never actually seen UBNT. So I typed in UBNT, and UBNT, I went to the lowest low that it had made, this particular stock called Ubiquity Networks, Inc. The low was on the 1st of April at 27.66. It goes to peak A at 29.21 on the 6th, because the next day was a lower high bar at 29.16. It goes to leg B on the 13th of April at 30.74, pulls back, makes peak B, breaks 1 penny above that, starts leg C, goes to 31.60 on the 16th of April, pulls back, makes a peak C, breaks that peak C by 1 penny when it goes up, goes to a D at 31.77 on the 21st of April, pulls back, makes peak D. Today confirms the peak D. They just came out with news. They're trading at 27.50. Peak D top. This is what we look for. So I thought this is a terrific example, because I don't ever recall looking at UBNT before, and that shows the power of this peak D. So there are a couple of things that are going on in the S&P at this particular point. We've gone from a peak D. We broke a trend line. We went to leg E. But if you recall, what I'd said is the weekly chart of the S&P hadn't gone to that requisite leg D. Well, today, by just $2, it went, not even $2, it went above the 2119.59 high that was made back on the 27th, the week of the 27th of February.
Okay.
We started leg D. So this is just one of the techniques. Another technique is, if you're looking at this particular chart, the middle chart is the weekly chart of the S&P, you will see that the MACD, the moving average convergence divergence, hasn't crossed positive yet. And the stochastic's way down at 75%, under the 80% level. So that makes this a potential double top. It's suspect to me. So we look at the technicals. How are the technicals confirming the price? I'll also show how you can very quickly add some channel lines to create a channel from the lows, if it's a rising price movement, to the highs. And then there's a technique that I've developed over the years called the inside track. Look how often the S&P has been repelled by what I call the inside track, this little up channel right here. Every time it got into that zone, it pulled back very sharply, and then it found support in the up track, the lower one that is support. So now what we're going to do is we're going to be looking at what happens tomorrow and the next day. Why? Because you've got a leg E, and usually from a leg E, you've got to start being a little bit cautious in the charts that you're looking at. And that's just, those are 5 of the core ingredients that we look at. Another one is, how do I use the 9-period exponential moving average? If you're looking at this chart of the S&P on a weekly basis, let me pull it back a little bit. Look how the price has held that black line, the 9-period exponential moving average. And it's just it's just another ingredient in your technical toolbox. And what happens is if we start to close underneath 2085 in the S&P over the next 2-3 weeks, that's going to be a big negative, because it'll say for the first time you're producing, in quite a while, you're producing resistance at that level. If you look at the monthly, so each time frame has its, I'll be talking about time frames, how each time frame can have its own perspective. The short term could be very negative, and yet the weekly could be very positive. But look at the monthly chart, how that 9-period moving averages, it's like, I call it walking the 9 EMA. There's a big difference. If you look at the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, the last 10 months, we've been touching the 9-period moving average more and more often. We've even closed on the line. So that's going to be very important looking out over the next 2 months. 2037 is a really important support in the long-term perspective. So I'll be doing that in the first workshop that we do, the webinar that we do on the 28th. And then on the 5th of May, Tuesday, the 5th of May, 5:30 to 6:15 Eastern Time, I'll be doing one that's a follow-up on the longer term, the match between the coincidences of the socioeconomic, political spectrum, even the financial spectrum of the 1920s, and what we're seeing today. Where are we matching? What are the time frames that we're looking at? Doesn't mean that we're going to make a major top like in 1929. No, it doesn't mean that. It means that we've got to be wary of what's coming along and how certain things are resolved. We're looking at certain areas of the Northeastern real estate just going crazy. I mean, they aren't even having bids anymore. It's not even an auction. People are just offering certain prices, very high prices.
Right.
So that can't keep going on. And then there's the skyscrapers that I look at, and the parallel between. You would not believe it, Tom. Boston is going to become a skyscraper city. There are 6 or 7 new buildings that are skyscraper material for the Boston area. Can you believe that?
Listen, man, the last time, last summer, I was down in South Boston, of course. Yes. And South Boston, folks, the beach in South Boston, that looked like the beach in Fort Lauderdale. I mean, the kids were young, vibrant. I mean, the city's happening, man. It's blown my mind. Yeah.
That's right, and the whole harbor area has changed tremendously. So I love to look at this as it's a very important phase that cities go through, because how else can you go for the next 60, 80, or 100 years if you don't refurbish, if you don't recreate?
Right.
It's very important. At the same time, when this occurs, it very often happens at a point where you get this period of excessivity. That's what I'll be talking about. May the 5th, I'll be following up on the talk that I gave on 1929 back in February.
Yes.
This is a follow-up to that. And that's for subscribers, and I think they'll find it extremely fascinating. I'm getting emails all the time from people showing me all the parallels that they see.
That's awesome, man. And folks, the way you do it, come over to our website at TFNN. You can see it right on the front page, right in the very front. You can subscribe now, get into both of those workshops. Basil, thank you so much. Have a great one, safe one. We look forward to the show tomorrow.
Thank you very much, Tom. Have a great evening.
You stay right there, folks. We're coming back with our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney, the president of Everbank World Markets.
Tom O'Brien's weekly gold letter, The Gold Report, gives complete and concise coverage of the entire gold market. Inside, you'll get Tom's commentary on gold, the dollar, the rand, the bond, the XAU, the HUI, and detailed coverage of nearly 25 mining stocks. He'll give you the entry price, price target, and stop price of each stock trade. The Gold Report is a long-term newsletter where the focus is on building real wealth through the management of a successful portfolio of gold stocks. With a lifetime of knowledge and almost 12 years of writing his informative weekly newsletter, The Gold Report, Tom O'Brien can provide you with the important market information to help you make better trades in the gold market. Don't let the next bull run in gold pass you by. To get a month-long free trial to The Gold Report, an $85 value, visit the front page of TFNN.com today.
Basil Chapman has just announced 2 live workshops that he'll be hosting April 27th and May 5th that only subscribers to his opening call will gain access to. On April 27th, Basil will host a 45-minute live online workshop, The Essentials of the Chapman Wave, where he'll teach the basics of the Chapman Wave notation that Basil created and uses daily in his trading and newsletter recommendations. On May 5th, Basil will host a second 45-minute workshop where this time he'll revisit the 1929 market comparison webinar and provide his attendees with an updated take on the socio-economic trends Basil has spotted currently taking place. If you're an opening call subscriber already, then your seat is already reserved. If not, then sign up for a 30-day free trial to the opening call today. You get a month of Basil's daily newsletter, The Opening Call, along with 2 live workshops coming up. Don't miss out on this offer. Sign up for Basil Chapman's Opening Call newsletter today on the front page of TFNN.com.
Do you know the 7 most critical factors that influence every decision you make and how not knowing these will jeopardize the health, the wealth, and the relationships you deserve? I'm Steve Rhodes, morning host at TFNN.com, and for the last quarter of a century, I've studied and used the secrets of human growth, the same formulas used by leaders of nations, billionaires and millionaires, and the most successful athletes on the planet. Would you like to break through any obstacle that gets in between you and the success you deserve? Would you like to turn fear into strength? If you could find a way to achieve, be fulfilled, and live a life of meaning, wouldn't you want to know the answer? I'll teach you the factors that control your state of mind and the drivers that impact every thought, emotion, behavior, and action we take in my new webinar, The Psychology of Trading. Join me for this 2-part online event where I'll unveil the secrets to human pattern recognition, because they're not what you think. And soon, you'll have the health, the wealth, and the relationships you deserve. Just go to the homepage of TFNN.com and click on The Psychology of Trading to begin your journey now.
You take a hands-on approach to managing your investments, and whether you're bullish or bearish on U.S. Treasuries, the ETFs from Direction Shares are there to help you magnify your perspective. Bull ETFs for a rising market and bear ETFs for a falling market. Direction Shares gives you the tools for both sides of the trade. Discover how we can help at DirectionShares.com today. An investor should consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the Direction Shares carefully before investing. The prospectus and summary prospectus contain this and other information about Direction Shares. To obtain a prospectus or summary prospectus, please contact Direction Shares at 800-851-0511. The prospectus or summary prospectus should be read carefully before investing. An investment in the funds is subject to risk, including the possible loss of principal. The funds are designed to be utilized only by sophisticated investors such as traders and active investors employing dynamic strategies. Investors in the fund should understand the consequences of seeking daily investment results, understand the risk of shorting, and intend to actively monitor and manage their investments. Distributor, Foreside Fund Services, LLC. Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund is currently offering 4-year first mortgages on many of the fully renovated properties that it has purchased. The first mortgages are third-party appraised with a maximum loan-to-value ratio of 70%, providing a secured investment that pays a fixed return of 5% annually, which works out to a monthly income of more than $416 per $100,000 investment with your principal intact and secured. These 4-year first mortgages are perfect for anyone looking for a secured investment that provides monthly income much like a CD. For more information, email tigerfund@tfnn.com or click on the Tiger Real Estate Opportunity Fund banner along the right side of the tfnn.com homepage, or call our office directly at 877-518-9190. There's a limited supply, so act now.
This segment is brought to you by TFNN. Test drive all the newsletters for free at TFNN.com.
Welcome back, folks. We had the Dow Industrials finish up 20, NASDAQ was up 20, S&Ps were up by 8.5. And now let's go over to our man, Mr. Chris Gaffney. Chris, folks, of course, you've heard him many times on TFNN. He's the president of Everbank World Markets. As you come over to our website at TFNN, you're going to see the Everbank banner on the right-hand side. Just hit that banner, and we're going to bring you up and walk you through a couple different investments that are pretty cool, and that, you know, when you look at Everbank, they're at the cutting edge of a lot of these different types of investments that you very well may want to take a look at. Chris Gaffney, welcome back to TFNN.
Well, thank you very much, Tom. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's great to have you, man. And, you know, the last time that you were on, and we do appreciate that you gave us a heads up that Everbank was coming out with one of your market-safe CDs.
Yep.
And if you can walk the folks through this, because this is so intriguing, but if you can walk them through it first as to exactly what it is and how it works.
You bet. It's called our Market Safe Future Economies CD, and it's a CD that's going to pay an upside based on the performance of 6 different currencies. And those currencies are going to be the Brazilian real, the Indian rupee, the Chinese renminbi, Mexican peso, Indonesian rupiah, and Turkish lira. So these are emerging markets currencies that can be pretty volatile and
Yes.
are actually pretty tough for investors typically to get direct investments into these currencies. And we've grouped those together and put them into this Market Safe CD. It's a 5-year term, so it's a 5-year CD. It's not one that an investor can break prior to maturity. So it is something that you need to be committed to for the full 5 years.
Sure.
But the unique item and what makes it especially attractive is the fact that it's a market safe. And this means that while you can get 100% of the potential upside of the average of these currencies, you have no downside risks. So your principal is protected. You will be guaranteed to get your principal that you invest into this CD back at the end of the 5-year term.
You know what's amazing is that, and of course, it's FDIC insured, right?
It is FDIC insured, yes.
You know what's really cool? And when we were finishing up last time, I was bringing this up. You know, we know that the interest rates have been very low for a long period of time. And I was doing the numbers. And folks, what happens with the CD, which is really cool too, I'm going to use a $10,000 figure, but you can open the CD with $1,500. So you don't. Right. Now I'm going to use $10,000 just in general, because I know people like, you know, people like the CD market. That's the bottom line, because you know you get your money back, right? That's important. You know, but when we got off last time, I was doing the numbers. I says, okay, so probably the biggest CD rate in the country, the average is maybe 1.2. Let's say it's 1.5 in general, right? I'm saying to myself, this is pretty amazing, because at 1.5, yeah, you can make $1,500 a year. And the audience you're speaking to out here, of course, they're in the markets all the time. When I look at that, and then I look at the aspect that, okay, I have 6 different countries, and the upside, you know, there's no guarantees. We know that. There's a guarantee you get your money back. But the upside can be a lot more than 1.5%. That's what's kind of cool.
And at 1.5%, that's actually $150 a year on a $10,000 investment. So it's even less.
Shame on me. Oh, my God. Okay, yeah. That's wicked. Oh, my God.
So, but you're exactly right. No, it is an investment that it can pay off, on the upside, and there's not much opportunity risk. You know, that's what we call opportunity risk. Is you're not giving up that much for the potential of getting a whole lot. If these currencies rise. Now. This also, we put a little twist on it. It's got what we call a jump note structure, which means that if these currencies rise just a little bit, let's say they rise 2% over the 5-year term on average versus the U.S. dollar, we're going to pay a 10% upside. So
I saw that.
If you get any movement, positive movement in the currencies at all, you're going to get 10% over the life of the CD. If they go up over 10%, we're going to give you all of that upside. So if they go up 15% on average, you're going to get all of that. If they drop, if the average of the currencies drop, so that the average of these 6 currencies fall versus the U.S. dollar over the 5 years, you're going to get the return of your principal back. So there's 3 different return scenarios. You either get your principal back, you get 10%, or you get over 10%.
And folks, as you come over to the website, so just go to TFNN, and bottom line is that you can, if you're in your car, you'll go to everbank.com/TFNN. And when you do that, hit the investing button, and you're going to see market safe CDs right there. Now, what Chris just brought up is really cool because I was going through the term sheet, Chris, right? And what happens, folks, is that when you bring it up, you'll just hit the don't miss out, and then hit the term sheet because you'll see what Chris just explained. And I was looking at that, and that is so cool, man. It's amazing. And now these are also IRA eligible, right?
Great point. I was going to bring that up. Yes, you can put these in an IRA. You would open up an IRA with EverBank, and then we can transfer a portion of your IRA. The key with IRAs is, again, because we can't break these CDs, you can't withdraw funds from these CDs for the 5 years.
Yes.
You need to make sure that you've got other IRA funds in case you need to take a distribution, because you're not going to be able to take a distribution in these. But, yeah, they are IRA eligible. And, again, it's a longer-term investment.
Sure.
It is getting exposure to some real emerging markets that have some real potential. Now, in these currencies, a lot of them have been beat down pretty severely. We've got a very strong dollar right now, and everybody's been talking about how strong the dollar is. And the question is, when is that going to peak? When is that dollar going to peak? And sometime in the next 5 years, are we going to see a turn in that? And are we going to see, as you know, the pendulum swings one way too far and then the other?
Sure.
Are we going to see that dollar turn in the next 5 years? And this is a way to take a view that you think that dollar is going to weaken, but you really don't want the risks that are usually associated with these emerging market currencies.
That and the risk of trading currencies in general, right? There's no doubt. You know what's really cool is that what you just did bring up too. I mean, and the audience knows that this run in the dollar has been extraordinary. There's just no doubt. And listen, it's a great run. But guess what, folks? We went from 80 to 100 on the dollar, about 100.78. And we know long-term trends, they trend for a long period of time. We've been trending now for almost a year and a half up there. Nice setup. I mean, how do you put something like this together, Chris?
Well, as far as the ideas, we listen to our clients that call into the desk, trading desk. We work with other folks that we figure out where we believe there's a need. We've had a couple of them with metals. We constantly try to figure out what the need is, and then we cover the appreciation potential through the purchase of option contracts and hedging instruments that we do with third parties. So we're not taking the other side of this necessarily. We're not betting against our clients. We're not going on the other side. We're the regulators make awfully sure that we're hedging our exposure on these, that we're not just taking the other side. But
no doubt.
We've had several of these. We've had, like I said, a couple of them were tied to the metals, and as you know, we had a tremendous run in metals prices for a while there that really had nice returns. Now we've had others that are tied to Japanese real estate at one point, and that one didn't pan out so well. But
that's
again,
pretty cool,
the key is it was a market safe, and those investors, if they would have directly invested into those Japanese real estate market, they would have had their heads handed to them. Instead, they got their principal back. So
amazing.
That's how it works.
No doubt. And folks, as you're over there, okay, that product may be good for you, may not be good at this particular time. But if you're going to Europe or you're going somewhere else, what I'd suggest you do is this. When you hit the investment button, the foreign currency bank accounts are also dynamite bank accounts, okay? Because what we have had, I mean, if you go into Europe this summer, the euro just went from 139, or 108, bottom line. You could be really a market maker and just go delta neutral. And that just means if you're going to spend $5,000, go put the money into that account and put it in a euro account, man. Listen, Chris, thank you so much. We really appreciate the education and,
And one last thing, and I don't want to sound, this is a limited time offer.
May 7th.
I mean, it's our funding deadline is May 7th. So if you're interested, go out there and take a look at it. Click on the link, and if you're interested, you better act.
Oh, I'm so glad you brought that up. No doubt. May 7th, folks. It's everbank.com/TFNN. Chris, have a great one. Have a safe one. Look forward to speaking to you again.
Thanks, Tom.
Thanks so much. You stay right there, folks. We're coming right back.
Platinum, grains, crude oil, gold, copper, cattle, hogs, gasoline, natural gas, coffee, cotton, cocoa, and sugar. These are just some of the commodities mentioned in the most recent issue of Andy Hecht's Techno-Mental Commodity Report. Andy publishes his weekly newsletter every Thursday morning, where he breaks down the commodity market and provides his subscribers with specific trading recommendations based on his trading methodology. By signing up for a free trial to the Techno-Mental Commodity Report, you'll get a full 30 days to try out this powerful newsletter service and see for yourself the types of trades Andy has recommended for his subscribers. When you sign up for a 30-day free trial, you're under no obligation to pay anything. And should you decide to continue, you will lock in the low rate of only $79 a month. Sign up right now for the Techno-Mental Commodity Report and make sure you're ready to catch the next big trade in commodities. For more information and to get started today, visit the front page of TFNN.com.
The Path of Least Resistance is David White's daily trading newsletter, and if you're looking for active trading ideas, then now's a perfect time for a 30-day free trial to this powerful daily trading advisory service. David uses his years of trading experience to offer his subscribers his trading ideas each morning in his Path of Least Resistance newsletter. Using a combination of equity trades along with options, David keeps his subscribers up to date with all pertinent market information with intraday afternoon updates when warranted. Don't miss out on this great chance to get a 30-day free trial to David's daily newsletter, The Path of Least Resistance, with no obligation to pay anything. David has been delivering solid recommendations for his subscribers recently, and if you'd like to see the type of newsletter he delivers every morning, then visit the front page of TFNN and you'll find The Path of Least Resistance under Trading Newsletters. For all the details and to start your 30-day free trial today, log on to TFNN.com now. TFNN is excited about our new software charting program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts. In collaboration with Tom O'Brien and using his best-selling book, The Art of Timing the Trade, Your Ultimate Trading Mastery System, David White has programmed an outstanding piece of software that will complement any trader's methodology. Using this first-of-its-kind program, The Art of Timing the Trade Charts allows you to scan thousands of stocks for Fibonacci formation setups, including Gartley's, ABC's, butterflies, and much more. The Art of Timing the Trade Charts is designed to help you when scouring the markets for stocks just beginning to form the trading patterns that many investors spend days, weeks, or even months searching to find. And right now, we're offering licenses available at only $79 a month. We are so confident that you're going to love this new charting software that will even give you a 30-day unconditional money-back guarantee. Don't miss out on this incredible new piece of software. Get your copy of The Art of Timing the Trade Charts today by visiting TFNN.com. Has the current market volatility continued to stop you out of trades when the market spikes against you? Now is the perfect time to open up an account with Nadex. Nadex, the North American Derivatives Exchange, is a brand new, completely regulated Chicago-based exchange, and unlike most other exchanges, Nadex allows you to trade directly through them with direct market access when using their completely free trading platform, which also features real-time charts and full customization capability. One of the advantages of trading with Nadex in volatile markets is that your risk is always capped and you have the ability of keeping your trades open even when the market spikes against you. Nadex is completely brand new with a line of unique trading products that are unavailable anywhere else. See how it works at nadex.com. That's NADEX.com. Or click on the Nadex banner on the front page of TFNN.com. Futures and options trading involves risk and may not be appropriate for all investors.
Who says you can't take it with you? TFNN says you can. With your mobile device and TFNN's live radio streams, TFNN has put it all in the palm of your hands. No special apps to download. No subscription fees for live radio or Tiger TV streams. We say you can.
Each and every time that the dollar ticks higher, S&P wants higher price. Each and every time that the dollar's ticking lower, guess what? S&P wants lower price. Dollar, the metals, and the S&P are going tick for tick.
We say you can. The Tiger Financial News Network. Smart investors and professional traders know you can. TFNN.com. Educating investors. Join Andy Hecht as he shows you how to make money in commodities. The Commodities Hour, next on TFNN.
Tom O'Brien.
Welcome back, folks. And don't forget, if you'd like one of those market-safe CDs, folks, you have until May 7th to fund it. You can go to everbank.com/TFNN. Okay, let's take a look at the aftermarkets here. Okay, Amazon's been all over the place. It's up again. Amazon closed at $389. It was down to $379 rather. Now it's at $409. Numbers go like this on Amazon. They broke out their data center numbers, too, which are big numbers. Amazon reported first quarter sales. The sales jumped 15% to $22.7 billion. The analysts projected 22.4, so top line was over. The company also, the largest seller of cloud computing services, broke out results from its Amazon Web Services unit for the first time, saying revenue rose, check this out, this is pretty amazing, so up 49% from a year earlier to $1.57 billion. Bottom line, big numbers out there, no doubt about it. Still big losses, too. For the company this size, let's see. So first quarter operating expenses totaled $22.5 billion, up 15% from a year ago. First quarter net loss was $57 million, or 12 cents a share. A year earlier, net income was $108 million. Bottom line is that they're still growing by leaps and bounds. So let's go to Google next. Google closed out here at $557. Google is trading at $577. That's up $20. That has stayed up, too, by the way. First quarter sales revenue climbed 14%, jumped by advertising volume. Sales minus revenue passed to partners rose $13.9 billion in the first quarter. The analyst projection was $14 billion. Microsoft, MSFT. Let's go take a look at Microsoft, see what Microsoft is doing. Microsoft closed at $43.34. That's trading up $1.50. Microsoft, the estimate was 53 cents. They took in 62 cents. Starbucks, SBUX. Starbucks closed at $49.44. Starbucks is trading out at $51.93. Numbers go like this in Starbucks. All right, there she is. Made the numbers. 33 cents was the estimate. They took in 33 cents. Netgear, NTRG. Now that was the ones that were up. I think Netgear is down. Let me see. NTGR. Netgear closed at $34.17. That is trading at NTGR. That is trading at $32.60. So let's see what they have to say. Okay, Netgear, the estimate was 50 cents. They made 46, so they didn't do it. Altera, A-L-T-R. This is a... Altera closed at $42.09. That was down 60. That's down another couple dollars right now. Let's go see what Altera is saying. This is just like Xilinx last night. Altera, the estimate was 32 cents. They made 31, down a couple of dollars. And Altera is going to pull back into, Altera's at 42. That's going to be at 40. The beginning of the sign of strength is down there at actually 34. So we'll see how that baby does shake out. The FSL. Let's see what we got with FSL. This is a Freescale Semiconductor. That closed at $39. That was down $1.50 already. And that's basically trading out at the same price point. So what we have out here is that you get the yin, you get the yang. Bottom line is that inside the NDX 100, what I expect you are going to see there is that if those numbers stay the same, you should get a little juice inside of that. UBNT. Now this one's getting smoked. UBNT. This is this used to be a high flyer, I believe. Let me pull this up for a second. UBNT. So this is Ubiquity Networks. Okay, this closed at $31. The high for the year is 50. The low is 25. That's trading at 26. Yeah, this thing is getting toasted and roasted. And if you do look at this equity, let's see what this equity does. Number one. So this equity offers a broad band of portfolio wireless networking products and solutions. Numbers-wise, goes like this. Oh, this is pretty wild too. You know, it's pretty wild is that the insiders were selling this like crazy too before the fact. So, okay, numbers go like this. You have the earnings were 47 cents. That was adjusted. The revenue was 147 million. Oh, and the CFO is resigning. Oh, that's a big problem. So you got Foster resigned to accept the position at an unnamed company. Bottom line is that you have a equity that's getting toasted and roasted, and you have the executive resigning. That is a huge problem, folks. Okay, so we go back to the S&P. What do you have out here? Bottom line is that on the SPY, it couldn't handle the highs. We'll see what kind of juice it gets tomorrow. The NDX 100, different ball game. You know, NDX 100, I suspect, is going to basically gap over these highs in the morning when you have the same setup. The NDX, yeah, the three Qs right now closed at 109.06, and the high that is 109.42, and right now we're trading at 109.68. So the Qs will gap over the high in the morning. What we will get is that you're still going to get a huge amount of movement, you know, in the morning in these equities, because Google had stayed steady, $20 over it. Amazon, different ball game though. Amazon was $10 under it, now $10 over it. I expect Amazon is still going to move around quite a bit. You know, and Amazon is always tricky coming into, you know, these numbers. Right now, Amazon is over its all-time high. We're at 409. The all-time high, I believe, in Amazon is somewhere around 407, I think. Actually, the 394. Hold it. It's telling me 394. I thought it was higher than that, but maybe 394 is it. No, it's actually 406. When I'm saying all-time high, when I give you all-time high, no, when I give you highs and lows, it goes back for 1 year. The all-time high is 406. 406 was registered in January of this year. Don't forget, folks, you stay right there. We get our man, Mr. Andy Heck. He's going to be coming up next with you, growling and prowling with you for the next hour. And always remember, whatever you think about, you bring about. Whatever you focus on grows. And whatever you want in life, folks, visualize it like a nice big motion picture. Step into it, take ownership of it, fly with it. Thanks for being here, folks. Have a great night, safe night. Look forward to speaking to you right here tomorrow. And, of course, Andy looks forward to speaking to you right here, right now. Go get him, folks.